Hello my preschoolers, it is so great to be making another video for you. This time I am going to be reading Junie B. Jones. Now we have been reading many Junie B. Jones books during nap time. So we lay down for nap, we read a chapter of Junie B, and I think these kids just love the idea of chapters and just the crazy things that Junie B gets herself into. So recently we have been reading Junie B. First Grader, Boss of Lunch. So in this story so far, Junie B. has remembered her most favorite lunch lady, Gladys Gutzman. And so Mrs. Gutzman invites Junie B. to come help in the lunchroom one day at school. And so we left off with Junie B. getting her permission slip signed, and she got a hairnet, she got an apron, she got her plastic mitts, and Mrs. Gutzman told her what job she would be doing. So our story picks up at chapter 8, titled Lunchtime. So I'm going to read chapter 8, and then another video I'll read our last chapter, chapter 9. Let's get going. Chapter 8, Lunchtime. Being a helper is not a breeze. After the lunch bell rang, big kids started coming into the kitchen. 2 of them pointed at my hairnet. They called me the name of Freakazoid. I felt very crumbling inside. Now, I'm not even going to greet you, I said real quiet. After that, I tattled to Mrs. Gutzman, and she grouched at those boys. Plus also, she said I didn't have to greet people. So instead, she said I could sponge the counter. I hurried over there my fastest. Then I sponged and sponged until the big kids were gone. Pretty soon, I looked at the door again, and guess what? I saw my friends from room 1. I saw Herb and Lenny and Jose and Shirley and Roger. They were at the counter with their trays. I ran over to them speedy quick. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Look at me. See me working here? I'm being a big helper. You see? I said. All of them smiled and waved. Hi, Junie B. Hi, they said. I skipped around in a circle. See my outfit? I'm a real professional lunch maker. See? I look just like Mrs. Gutzman. I showed them my sponge and look at this. I even have equipment. After that, I ran back to the sinks, and I showed them how I wiped the counter. Can everyone see me over here? I asked. I am the boss of the whole entire sponge area. After that, I zoomed to the napkins, plus also, I'm the boss of the napkins, I said. See how I stacked them? If I keep up the good work, someday I will be the boss of the whole entire operation, probably. Just then, May came through the door. She did a mean laugh. You're not a real lunch maker, Junie Jones, she said. They're just letting you pretend. Don't you know that? All of a sudden, I felt steamy mad inside, because I am sick and tired of that girl. I stamped my foot real hard. Yes, I am too a real lunch maker, I said. Can't you see my outfit, May? If I'm not a real lunch maker, then how come I'm wearing mitts and a hairnet? May didn't answer. I'll tell you why. 'Cause I am keeping hair and germs out of the tuna noodle stinkle. That's why. Behind me, I heard Mrs. Gutzman groan. I turned around to see her. Her face looked very sickish. And then I turned back to room 1. Their faces looked sickish too. One by one, all of them put their lunch trays back. I don't feel really that hungry anymore, said Herb kind of quiet. Me neither, said Jose. I had a really big breakfast. Then very slow, all of the children started backing out of the kitchen. I watched them from the door. They backed all the way to our lunch table. Mr. Scary was waiting there for them. He talked to them for a minute. Then he came into the kitchen and talked to Mrs. Gutzman. They whispered to each other for a very long time. Also, they kept looking at me, and they wouldn't even stop. My head got drops of sweaty on it, and I wiped it off with my sponge. But after that, Mrs. Gutzman closed her eyes again. Then she walked to me very nice, and she took away my sponge. And she said my job was done. All right, preschool, so that's chapter 8. I will make another video of chapter 9 for you to listen to another day. Have a good one. Bye, preschool.